What's going on, Trucker fam? It's Trucker Kyle here. Just wanted to give you guys some news about everything going on. As you can tell, not at home right now. Went to Tennessee truck driving school a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and decided to get my CDL. Spent 3 weeks there. Took my test on the, man, I can't remember, it was a Saturday. So I'm just going to talk about that, where I got hired on at, and you know, the plan for the videos and for the channel. So stick with it. It's going to be a lot of boring stuff in this first video. I got to catch everybody up. You know, I'll have some cool little content coming over the next couple weeks, and give you guys a little preview of what I've been doing and what I've been working on, what we're going to be working on this week and everything like that. So just stick with it. Okay, so week one at Tennessee truck driving school was a lot. The first week was schoolwork. Sat in the classroom for 12 hours of the day. And for me, I was driving an hour in the mornings and then probably about an hour and a half on a good day home, depending on Knoxville traffic. So that's where Tennessee truck driving school is based out of. It's based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. So the first week was, you know, it was just a lot of schoolwork, and I'm not good with schoolwork. I hate school. I hated school. Go to school. Not what I'm saying. It just wasn't for me. Did a lot of learning the first week. It was really overwhelming, the amount of stuff they cram into that first week to just get your permit. And you know, the way you do it out on the road isn't the same as what the permit says to do, you know. So in order to get our permit, we have to do it by the book, quite literally by the book. So it wasn't, you could only miss a certain amount on each test. So you've got your general knowledge, air brakes, and combination, just for your general CDL license. And you could only miss maybe a handful on each one. And if you went over that, you failed. And thankfully, Tennessee's got it too, where you don't have to wait 7 or 14 days, whatever it was, to go back and retest. It's only a 24-hour wait. Luckily though, I passed mine in the first time. I missed 2 on general knowledge. I didn't miss any on air brakes, and I missed 1 on combination, I believe. I don't have my stuff right here in front of me, so it's kind of a little tough to remember with all the stuff I've been learning the last couple weeks. So I got my permit. So then we moved on to week 2. My teacher for week 1 was Marlene. She was awesome. Couldn't have asked for a better teacher. She really applied what we were talking about each time to real life things, because her and her son used to do owner operator team driving. So she was able to really apply those things that we learned into the classroom and really help you retain it. Then we went to week 2. Week 2, we met David and Jeff. David was awesome. I mean, David was a kick-ass guy. Taught us the straight back. Taught us the offsets. Offsets were super easy. Straight backing was super easy for me. I mean, I'm just a natural when it comes to driving things, so it doesn't take long for me to really learn it and then get it to work. But yeah, we spent the whole week working on that, and that was, I mean, I had it down in probably first day or two. And then the rest of the time it was just sitting there practicing and getting the hang of it, and just, going with it, and, figuring out different ways to do it, putting myself in different situations to figure out how to get out of it. And David was super helpful with that too. If I ever got myself to a point where I couldn't get out of it, David was super helpful with that. So I passed the second week with flying colors again. David grades us on, whatever set of guidelines they've got for passing people. But I passed, went on to week 3. Week 3 went up to meet Caleb. Caleb was kick-ass. Cool ass guy. Taught us the 90 degree back, or not offset, the alley dock. That was super easy once you really figured it out and seen how the trailer was going to react to what you were doing, how long it took the trailer to react. It was a breeze to get through. And then that Saturday I took my test at 8 o'clock in the morning. All in that week 3, while we were doing backing during the first half of the day, from 6 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock at night. During that first part, David would take a group of people out to drive on the road, while the other people were working on the backing. So after lunch, we would switch. So the people that were backing would then move to the road, and we would go to backing. So it was super easy, and David was super great at what he did. Really helped out a lot and taught me a lot, and was able to really explain how things worked and kind of break it down. So Saturday I go in and take my test, 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't really start until, I think it was about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I want to say my tester was Robert. Pretty sure it was Robert. I can't quite remember. Super chill guy. I only had to do, for my pre-trip inspection, I had to do what we call B, which would be the driver's side and passenger side, exterior of the truck, and then the rear of the truck, and then everybody had to do coupling. So hooking the tractor to the trailer, making sure that was all good to go, air lines, electrical lines, landing gear, mud flaps, the space in between your the rear tire and your landing gear. So that was super simple. And then it went to the road course. And at this point, I'm super nervous, because you hit a curb, you fail. And the way that the school is set up is you've got a curb, and then you've got the driveway right in the middle. Then you've got a road. And then right on the other side of that road, you have another curb. So you had to pull it out, all while trying to avoid the curbs in the parking lot. So you had to pull it as far as you could to one side, swing it wide to miss them, and then start turning midway through going out into the road. So obviously I'm sitting here in a hotel. I was able to pass it. I got a 92.78 on my CDL test, my actual road test. So that was pretty awesome. The whole time I was really flustered and getting agitated and irritated, because 12 hours of the day, 14 for me, because I had to drive an hour there and then an hour or more on the way home, and going to bed at 11 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get on the road and go to school. You know, all it really did was just set me up for this life. You know, it wasn't bad. It did suck. I was mentally drained and exhausted from it because of how much cramming I had to do for the schooling, and then for the backing, and then the pre-trip, and then the in-cab, and then the brake test, and then the whole test. You know, so it was very mentally demanding and mentally draining as well. It's a 3-week program. And even the trainers will tell you, you know, it shouldn't be a 3-week program. You know, it should be probably about a 3-month program in order for you to really learn everything that you have to know. But they get it done in 3 weeks. All the trainers were super, super, super helpful. So that following Monday, I went to the DMV and got my physical CDL license. Paper copy for now, obviously. Gotta wait 14 to 30 days to get my plastic copy, but you know, I'm a CDL driver. I'm a rookie. Some of you experienced people out there might just call me a steering wheel holder, but you know, whatever. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Okay, so this is where I'm starting. I took a week off, come back the following, well, didn't come back, but started with the company that I'm at that following week. The company that I went with was Total Transportation of Mississippi. We run East Coast from Florida to Pennsylvania, and then from the ocean to I-35. I think that's what it is. Out towards about midway through Texas and all the way up. And they have the team routes that are from, you know, the East Coast all the way over to California and the state of Washington, stuff like that. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not doing teams. I'm just doing solo OTR, over the road, for those of you that don't know. Yeah, so, you know, I've been come here for 3 days doing orientation with Total. And I was under the impression that after those 3 days, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, by Thursday, we're out in the yard working on our backing and maneuvering. No, the recruiter told us wrong, and that was everybody in my group that came. There was a couple people. She told us wrong. We actually were done Tuesday, so I've been sitting in the hotel Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday today, which, well, the day being recorded. We actually got to start out in the yard. And if you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll see a little bit of what I was doing today. And if you've made it this far into the video, there's going to be some more stuff as well. Some other different angles that I got, and, you know, just kind of playing around and seeing what works. Today all we worked on was coupling and uncoupling the trailer from the tractor. We'd uncouple it, put the landing gear down, get in the tractor, move it up, back it in, lock the fifth wheel in place around the kingpin, and then attach everything back up. You know, so with 4 people, there's only 4 people in my class, so with 3 other people doing it, we just steady cranked it out. And so that was pretty cool. And then right after lunch, we started working on the tandems and on the trailer. That was pretty fun. It's a lot to learn. But then we went on to, we did the same thing. We coupled and uncoupled, but instead of uncoupling and then letting the next person, or coupling and letting the next person go, we actually pulled the trailer straight forward into the next set of cones that they got in the little practice area, and then backed it straight back in. And then it was the next person's turn. So that was pretty cool to do. Frankie is the instructor, super chill dude. He's fun to joke with. He's a great guy. He's very informative and he's a great teacher. Justin was the teacher for orientation. He was pretty kick-ass too. He was really informative. Only downfall really has been, being away from family. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a family guy. I picked the most unfamily friendly job. I'm going to be away from my family for 2 weeks, and I get to come home for 2 days, unless I do more. So every day or every week that I'm out is a day that I get of home time, which isn't bad, but, starting out, I'm a rookie. I've got to pay my dues. This first year is going to be the hardest because my wife and I are not used to being away from each other. My daughter and I are not used to being away from each other. We're all three as thick as thieves, so when you'd see one of us, you'd see all three of us. That has definitely been the hardest part. I love my wife to death, and I give her the credit for putting up with me and doing this, because I know it's not easy on her, but she's been pretty kick-ass through it as well. I know my daughter's excited. She's 13. She's excited. She's excited to get in there and go on some trips and, just kind of hang out, just kind of have some daddy-daughter time and just bond with each other. And, I get to show her my world after all these years of me being in her world, her dance world. So, it's a pretty cool thing, and, the wife she's excited to get out there too. She texted me the other day. She's like, I can't believe you're really doing this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to pinch me from dreaming. I've been traveling a lot. Like, I was younger, I used to travel all the time with my mom. From Michigan to Illinois, and then Illinois back up. And I'd always see these truckers out there. I'm like, that's so cool. Giving them the arm pump, for the air horn and stuff. I've always, admired truckers that did that. It was always so cool to watch them. Just the look on their face from me doing that, it just really made it worth it. And, being able to sit here and take such a big life-changing thing and be successful from it's going to be a long road. It's going to be a tough road. There's going to be a lot of sacrifices. I'm going to have to sacrifice a lot of time away from my family. My family's going to have to take the sacrifice as well. There's things I'm going to miss. There's things I'm going to be there for. But, in the end, it's paying the bills. I've got job security, so as long as you guys are buying stuff from Amazon, Walmart, whatever, I've got a job. So keep buying stuff. But yeah, I'm super excited. This is a whole new thing. I'm not very big on talking on camera. Those of you that know me know that as well. But I've already took a big step outside of my comfort zone. And now this is an even bigger step, so for me, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that challenge. I'm ready for what life throws at me, and I know my wife is too, and I know we'll make something of this, and it'll all work out. So, all right, guys. I want to thank you for tuning in and watching the video. If you've stayed till this long, you're not obligated. I'm not gonna, come knocking on your door or whatever. Like the video, like the video, like it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too. I'm a newbie. I've only got like 4 or 5 subscribers. So every subscription helps. I'm not getting paid for it, so you ain't got to worry about that. Like I said, I've only got like 4 or 5, so it's not a big deal. But just support. That's all I want. I'm not worried about money. I could care less about that. Just let me know you're supporting me. Just hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell. Whatever you want to do. Just show your support. We've got to bring. Truckers get bad raps, and we've got to bring that back up. Truckers make the world go round, and farmers do as well. So without us, you guys won't have nothing. I say us. I'm not a truck driver yet, but you know, time will tell on that. So y'all make sure to hit that like and subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell, make sure you stay up to date. All right, trucker fam, I appreciate it. Y'all stay safe.